Urgent Jans, Home Studio and this is Prime Minister of India has something to say. Bachal asmongold TV. What is that? What is it abbreviation? What is asmongold TV? Okay. Asmon. Is his last name Asmon or something? I don't know. So yeah, this is another asmongold video. People are telling me like I should do more of this. Okay, to me it feels weird like react to react. But then again, asmongold, it's not just react, is it? It's like one of the most famous internet guy out there, so it kind of makes sense. So yeah, Prime Minister, I'm guessing this is the speech PM of India gave after the recent operation, let's just say. Yeah, PM didn't say anything for a long enough time, and then he said something like a professional would. So yeah, he didn't just like left and right tweeted and all that shit. No, he waited until everything was like properly done, ceasefire happened, and then he gave out, his speech from a base that supposedly was bombed by Pakistan, apparently. So let's watch one.
Pakistan PM said that they won again? What? No, this is the victory from yesterday. No, I'm talking about the victory from today. It's 2 wins in a row. Yeah, I don't think that's happened. So as soon as his speech was over, Pakistan started shooting out more drones. Jesus Christ.
Do you know what they said? That our orders have not reached the border yet and they are not understanding. This is how shitty your military is. That your excuse is our military is not functioning well.
So they just waited for it to be over? Is this Arma 3? No, this is from India. It's pretty accurate, you gotta admit. Damn, so they're just getting popped the fuck off. This is Battlefield gameplay? Maybe. I mean, a new Battlefield actually looks really good. I'm excited. And what is this?
Namaskar. Chehra tha. Krurta thi.
You're not understanding shit. How are you going to react to this one? I mean, I can tell you what he's telling there, but I don't think Asmongold is going to understand here.
Yeah, true.
Ye desh ke sadbhav ko todne ki.
Yep, there it is. Yep,
Truest words ever.
So true. And he stood our forces, our scientists. Let's see here, full English speech. Where's the rest of it? And yeah, I don't know really if there's. By the way, the Pakistani army government encouraging terrorism. It will destroy. Whoa, fuck. So this is what he said. Thirdly, we will not differentiate between the government sponsoring terrorism and the masterminds of terrorism. During Operation Sindoor, the world as again...
Yeah, that's not just some statement. That is change of policy, by the way. This is significant. People think this is just some words or like something spewing out there. This is not some politician words. This is military doctrine that's been changed. For years, this was not the case, but now India has changed its doctrine. Like if terrorist attack happens from Pakistan, Pakistan is responsible. That's the doctrine now. So, Pakistan can just say, oh, we had nothing to do with it. If there is enough, like, indirect evidence, like, oh, Pakistan was involved.
Again, seen the ugly face of Pakistan when top Pakistani army officers came to bid farewell to the slain terrorists. This is strong... Bro, he saw the video. And this is strong evidence of state-sponsored terrorism. We will continue to take decisive actions to protect...
See, that's the thing. People, Pakistan is this warped reality. Like, if they just increase fake news and suppress that news in the Western media, like West doesn't see it. Like, most people in the West didn't see that photo and video. Maybe because of asmongold they did. But most of people didn't see it because it was not in the mainstream media. India's stance is, I don't care. I saw it. I'm military powerful. I'm one of the powerful countries in the world, top 5. I know it, and I'm going to take action in the future. I don't care if people see it or not. This is the India stance right now. Prime Minister is saying, like, I saw that. That's good enough for me. So next time this shit happens, Pakistan is responsible.
Protect India and its citizens from any threat. And India will not tolerate any nuclear blackmail. India will strike precisely and decisively at the terrorist hideouts developing under the cover of nuclear blackmail. So they just say, we don't give a fuck. Okay, that's good. And friends, we have defeated Pakistan every time on the battlefield.
I think people don't realize how significant this operation was. Still, people don't realize this. This was one of the most ballsiest moves anyone ever did in the modern, era since 1950s. Because this was a missile strike at a country, missile strike at a country's basis, the country who has nuclear weapons. That shit has never happened. People are already afraid, like, okay, if you strike at a country that has nuclear weapon in any kind, they might respond with nuclear weapons, so don't do that. Modi said, I don't give a fuck anymore. This is getting too much. And actually attacked Pakistan military bases when they attacked India, right? They first started with all these terrorist places. They shot down Rafale planes and other things. India responded with blowing up their military bases. I don't care if you're a nuclear weapon. This was first time that happened.
And at this time on Operation Sindoor has added a new dimension. We have displayed our capabilities in the deserts and mountains and also proved our superiority in the new age of warfare. During this operation, the credibility of our made-in-India weapons were also proven. Today, the world is witnessing that 21st century warfare, the time has come for made-in-India defense equipment. Friends, our greatest strength is our unity against all forms of terrorism.
I know people like, yeah, made in India. What you talking about? Like, India can't just suddenly become an arms dealer on the world. Yeah, India can't. But what is made in India? Let's think about it. India didn't just wake up one day and just like, oh, I'm going to make equipment and started making equipment. No, these are joint ventures with Russia, joint ventures with Israel, joint venture with France and other European countries, even sometimes USA with certain things. So all these made in India equipments were like joint venture with other already developed countries. And that's how things would develop. And those are like indigenous system that you hear of, right? All this system you hear of, all the Indian names, right? These are all the joint ventures. That India didn't just make it from scratch that it sucks or something. Of course it works. A lot of them are Russian tech that already works, European tech that already works, and that knowledge was like transferred over in a way. Right? And that's what it. People are like, okay, the next, Hell Amcar, whatever the next plane that is being developed, that's going to suck. But yeah, India's not just going to make that from scratch. There's going to be a lot of technology. There's going to be like, back and forth that already works in the world. So of course, Indian things work. A lot of drones India uses are Israel tech. A lot of anti-defense system India uses is Russian and France, right? A lot of missiles and like plane things India uses are also French and some of Russian. A lot of defense system already joint venture. So this is not just something that India made, right? India is doing joint ventures to learn things, to keep up to date and get up in the global stage. India is not trying to do it from scratch. India can't just do that. If India started from scratch, it would take multiple decades before India can even catch up even a small level.
This is certainly not the era of war, but this is also not the era of terrorism. Zero tolerance against terrorism is the guarantee for a better world. True. The way the Pakistani army, Pakistani government are encouraging terrorism, it will destroy Pakistan one day. If Pakistan wants to survive, it will have to destroy its terror infrastructure. There is no other way to peace.
I mean, it is doing right now with Balochistan and things, right? Like, yeah, this is Pakistan and its military can't make decisive decisions because they have to appease their terror cell as well, because they have to worry about what if they like flip sides now. What if they help Balochistan now? Like, if you pet a dog that bites anyone, maybe by chewing, like that. I don't know what dog is that. Like, if I say a dog's name, people are gonna be pissed. But let's just imagine that there's a killer dog, right, that you breed, but it can also bite you unless you feed it and not piss it off. That's a thing now you have to worry about. That's what's happening with Pakistan. And with the Balochistan and everything like that rising up, that's going to be a problem.
India's stance is very clear. Terror and talks cannot go together. Terror and trade cannot go together. Water and blood cannot flow together. Oh, that's clever because they were cutting off their water supply. Oh, that's very clever. Yeah, that's bars. It is. Today, I'd like to tell the global community that our stated policy has been, if there are any talks with Pakistan, it will be only on terrorism. That's it. Okay. Buddha Perma can show us the path of peace. The path of peace is through power. Humanity should move towards peace and prosperity. Every Indian should be able to live in peace and can fulfill the dream of our spirit, developed India.
Viksit Bharat. developed India?
Let me see here.
It says it in
For
there, like, why
this,
does
it's
it
very
say?
necessary for India to be powerful. It's also just necessary for the power when required for the last few days. India has done that. Once again, I salute the Indian Army and the armed forces. I bow to the courage of every Indian and the oath of resolve for the people in India. Pakistan is Johnny Somali of countries, it seems. Something like that, right? Why do you only consume Indian news? Because Pakistani news uses video game footage in order to create credibility. They're known liars, and I haven't seen a single piece of evidence that proves that India is lying.
He's watching Twitter. He's not watching some Indian news like some India TV or some shit like that. He's checking like Twitter where the clips are, where people post, right? People are not moron. If something has credibility, people will constantly post it, right? Pakistan is showing armor footage. India is giving satellite images. Pakistan never produced even a single satellite image or any confirmation military-wise. Oh, it's all over social media. I mean, you have to be properly stupid to see like if Pakistan, Pakistan tells truth or not, right? Look at social media. That's not something. While India gives out proper military satellite images. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, it's all over the media, right? It's all over the Twitter and YouTube, everywhere. How many explosions are happening in like Pakistan bases and things? There's not a single one for India. As soon as somebody like fake news put it out there, people debunk, oh, this is from Ukraine, oh, this is from like 2011, this is from 2019, 2022, right? Shit like that. Well, none of the Pakistan one can be debunked because it's put out by their own people and it's a real thing. People like collaborate, so this should happen now. So, I mean, I know people have this warped mentality like, okay, just say everything's fake news. Let's just say both sides are lying. Okay, if you start doing that shit, you're not going to believe anything. At that point, what is the point of anything? There's a difference between being careful and be skeptical of something and just like point blank saying everybody's lying. That's not how things work, man. You need to like understand, you need to consume information and see who's lying and who's not. Right? There has to be an emergence. You can't just say like everyone's a liar.
It's that simple. Oh, this is the Pakistan Navy not only used an old picture, but also morphed the submarine in the photo. Wait, what? Bro, what the fuck are they doing?
See what I'm talking about? Like when somebody lies like that, you can't believe anything that comes out of their mouth. But people are like, oh, both sides are lying. In which universe?
Why do you not look at? Why don't you look at their news? Why don't you look at their news? This is so biased. You're only looking at one side of the news. Ah, jeez, guys, I wonder why. They photoshopped the submarine in. Yes, it's obvious. Look at this. There's this one. And then there's that one. They're literally photoshopping things. It's Pakistan's fault. I don't believe their news. They keep lying, yeah. They're just making up bullshit, man. I don't know how anybody can buy into this, but I guess they just keep doing it. I
don't understand what Pakistan mentality is. Why does people have this like war mentality I see in society as well? With the whatever like left-wing people who constantly screams and this is not right. This is not how it should be. This is not fair. You think there's some central power like a judge who dictate things? Oh, you're right. So, you go sit in the corner and you win everything. Is that what it is? Is that how you think global works? There's no central power that dictates things, right? So I don't get this warp like people always argue shit. So Pakistan in this mentality, like if we win with fake news and somehow convince people at global stage that we won. What are you, child? India doesn't care about that shit. India knows what's what. India's gonna attack you. What you gonna do about that? You think if you convince enough people, like world's gonna join in? That shit doesn't work against India. India's enough power that people don't wanna fuck with that. People don't even wanna get involved with that. Even if you convince the world, what's that gonna do? Like look at people. People have this warped sense of reality like Israel is completely wrong. Look, Israel is wrong at how it's doing things. It's going a bit extreme. But let's not get things twisted here, right? Hamas is a terrorist organization that attacked Israel and that did all this shit. In the process, of course, a lot of fucked up thing has happened. But let's not muddy the water here. And people say like, oh, Israel is evil. Okay, how is that going to stop Israel doing what Israel's doing? You think there's a central power that's going to say, no, you sit in the corner. That's not how shit works. I don't know why Pakistan thinks enough fake news means we won. Won at what?
I'm shocked, honestly, that it's happening. But I think some people, I actually don't understand why so many people are running defense for them. Pakistan launching its projectiles from civilian locations, so when India retaliates and targets the launchers, they cause harm to civilian areas in order to play the victim card. So right. What a surprise. Yeah, that's loud, by the way. God damn. I guess I mean, yeah, sure. And it's part of the disinformation campaign. People are just being useful idiots. Yeah, I guess so. And holy fuck, that dog's running away. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is a civilian area or not.
Part of disinformation. There is a dog. There are people sitting there with, look at the clothes. They are not military personnel. Clearly, this is civilian area. This is not misinformation.
I have no idea. So there's been a lot of people over in India that have been seeing the videos. I'll see if I can go ahead and show you guys this. So look at this here. So I'm actually we're making motion in Indian social media. Look at this. A lot of people are happy. Yep, he uses state-fund media to dox conservative YouTubers. I don't know who that is. I mean, it's going to take me time to get around through everything, okay? So just try to be patient. First female viewer. Yeah, look at this. And, wow. And this has been here. It has been going full Hindu, 8 arms, I guess, right? And new fan base unlocked. I mean, yeah. And so, except all other English channels of India are useless. We have such big audience. They should go global and offer an alternative to these leftist media houses. Man. Oh, man. Just wait till India comes out with video games. Yeah, that would be nice. And let's see if there's any more. The one who is reacting at the bottom is a joker. True. True. Asmon did great PR for us. Many would say it's all for views, but even if it is, the one who is
Okay, his name suggests he's an Indian. No way that's Pakistani. Unless Pakistani using Indian names to, I don't know. So why was asmongold Joker in that one? All the information, I'm pretty sure this is the video he's talking about, all the information asmongold consumed came to the conclusion, yeah, Pakistan is just spreading fake news and India is actually doing something. Like, that's what asmongold's take was. So what was Joker about it? Like, what part you didn't like, my man? See, this is the type of shit where sometimes I'm like, oh no, here it comes, right? Like, entire video, he might say good things about India, but there's just one thing he might say something bad about India. It's like, oh, I'm offended. What are you, fucking child? This is why people sometimes make sure, oh, here's an Indian in the comment. And I'm like, oh no. This is the type of shit.
Reacting at the bottom is a joker. True. True. Asmon did great PR for us. Many would say it's all for views, but even if it is, we're still thankful to him. Asmongold did more for us than any Desi YouTuber, Bollywood, etc. Asmon the savior. Oh my God. Isn't that crazy? Glazing? Yeah, people are happy. Support and subscribe Asmongold. Thank you, Asmongold. Oh my fucking God. Wow. Well, guys, there it is. He even called out Hassan. He is the best PR we got in the last few days. So a lot of the Indian viewers are pretty happy about what I've been saying, and
look, man, I know people like, oh, he's just doing that for the views. Yes, there are views, sure. But he could have easily said some good things about India. Also said, I don't know about that. And also praise something about Pakistan, like how an enforcer was doing, right? He could have said that and gather both sides' views, right? Where, okay, is asmongold saying bad about India? Is asmongold saying bad about Pakistan? What is happening? No. I saw the first one that he did, right? And he's like, okay, what is happening? This is happening. Like, he came skeptical, right? But eventually he realized certain things like, oh, Pakistan point blank lied about armor footage, Pakistan point blank lied about this, India is showing satellite images, Pakistan is not, and he just made his mind about from there on. So it's not point blank about views, man. I mean, of course there is that, but he would have gotten that anyway if he just talks about the topic.
You know, I'm happy to see that. I appreciate it. And, you know, I support you guys for sure. And again, also, you know, like, can you check and see how much your India viewership increased? Oh, do you guys want to see that? Sure, I can pull that up and show you right now. Engagement. Let me see if I can pull it up and we can look right here. So this is my channel and you guys can find out. So this is just exactly, and we're going to learn more. Channels, categories. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe discovery. This could be it. Clips viewership, English, 18 plus. This is from other channels. Obviously, a lot of people are going to be coming from Hassan, which makes sense. And okay, so we have India at 1%. India is at 1% for today. And this is, oh, this is from the last 30 days. Can I look at the stream summary of, let's say, 2 days ago? How about 2 days ago? And do we have the stream summary and the analytics from there? Let's look at details. Wow.
4%, guys. What a view bump, right? So it's not just all about views, man. Come on. I mean, I'm pretty sure his views are going to be higher in YouTube when it comes to Indians than Twitch. But yeah.
Wow. 4%. Check YouTube. It's probably higher there. I'm not logged into my YouTube, so I can't check on there. Or I would. If I double check and I look at it here on YouTube, yeah. How are the India videos doing? I don't know. Asmongold, India. 1.7 million, 1.1 million. Asmon speaking out against rising racism towards India. Oh, this is another 1.3 million, 800,000. Asmon is being targeted. Oh, so these are Indian Army revealed these Saturday, almost 1 million views. Bro, they're loving it. Yeah, they're fucking loving it. Asmongold reacts to rising hate towards India. So this is the same YouTube channel right here. I've been watching Asmon for 5 years now. 5 years now, every day, this guy gains more respect in my books. And this is me talking about rising Indian racism. Oh, and then, by the way, this is me talking. Remember how I said that I talked about it?
People didn't suddenly have a flare-up of India.
There's been a lot of it. Yeah, Barry Stanton, remember him? Oh, there it is. It bled over from Canada. I don't. Yeah, apparently, right? But that's it. See, it's because of crypto culture. There's tons of memes about Indian employees. Yeah, right. Well, like either way, like I've seen so many photos of like people saying, "Oh, open up Google Maps. Anywhere you go on Google Maps in India, you can see a picture of like you can see garbage in it, right?" Like this has been going on for longer than 3 days. It's been going on for a while. So I was talking about this months ago. I was bringing this up months ago, even before any of this shit happened. And so, yeah, reacting to himself. Well, no, I'm reacting to myself to agree with myself, to remind everybody that I was right.
Yeah, look, man, when it comes to like what he said about like, why am I having a hard time finding words today? All the crap lying everywhere, that is true. There is an element of that is true. I'm not going to deny that, right? Like, it is a problem in India, right? There was a massive campaign 10 years ago by current Prime Minister when he came in power, like clean India in general type of mentality. But the one element people don't realize that it's not that hard to clean India, right? It's not that hard. Problem with the way India is functioning, the way sections are, the way how municipalities and how group of people are, right? I'll refer to Kraut video, right? How India rise up, right? How, principalities and how caste system and how different culture and multicultural India became, right? There's a reason why it's called like India has way too many languages. Like people are different. Now government can't just like force things on people, like, oh, do this. Oh, by the way, we can do this. Okay, we can't have cows on the roads. No, that's a religious symbol. We can't touch it. Oh, okay, fine. Oh, you can do this. It's creating pollution and creating waste. Oh, by the way, it's a religious thing. Oh, all right. Indian government has to be shackled like that all the time, right? And even people themselves feel shackled because few people can't do anything. And that becomes this emergence thing, like everybody feels like that. But everybody's not few people. But everybody's like, oh, what am I going to do about this? They do something, it doesn't matter. And there are certain group of things and group of cultures and group of, certain areas, whether it's religious or something. I'm talking about Hindu in general, right? Because India is mostly Hindu, right? So this is not like, oh, why are you being, bigoted racist? I'm talking about my own people, right? So there is certain things like, okay, cleanliness, but it can't work. Oh, this work here. So people start to do, okay, let's do certain sections of places which we can clean. Then it becomes elitist. Okay, why is Indian government cleaning that place but not that one? So India can't even do that shit. It's really, really hard to govern in India in this way. India can't even do what China does. Like, okay, just fuck it. That's a rich area, completely develop that, completely shine it up, right? Completely polish that. Other people are like, why are you doing that and not here? This is not right. India is a democracy. India can't do what something like China can just point blank do. If India did that, more than half the India would be shiny clean, right? And then there are some very specific, like very rich area where rich people themselves are saying, fuck it, we're going to have our places clean. And they themselves are doing it. And this is becoming emergent thing. If you come to India, there are rich areas in cities that just point blank clean. Like you won't find any crap anywhere. When you walk around gardens and everything, like, is this India or is it? And that is emerging now. There's way too many places like that. But in general, people are like, oh, India's dirty. India can do this. But it's not that easy. That's just what I want you to understand. It's not that easy. There are nuances which is really hard to govern.
Yeah, the tip too. Yeah, exactly. And I was always talking about this, right? I was saying this. Yeah, look at this. Someone said Chinese propaganda, and I think it makes sense. Yes, exactly. My favorite streamer proving why he is the GOAT. That's why you're one of the Western streamers worth watching. Man. Well, there it is. Brother, it's your time to shine. Post more of these clips. We are losing narrative war. I love Asmongold. He is an amazing guy, and he tries to be fair to everyone. Do you know what I've really noticed a lot recently? Is that outside of America and the West, everybody loves me. China loves me. Japan loves me. India loves me. Pakistan probably doesn't like me so much right now. Let's see here. The Middle East loves me. Like Saudi Arabia, Qatar loves me. Brazil loves me. It's really just a bunch of liberal white people that hate me. That's it. That's the entire group of people that fucking hate me. Everybody else thinks I'm great. And that's what's so crazy to me. Can you believe that? South Korea?
You know how they say, if you're the smartest person in the room, change the room. Because you don't want to stay in your bubble. What asmongold just realized here is that there is a bubble in America, and Americans need to break that, liberals especially. You can't say these things because this is not proper. Why? Because I went to cafe place and people were thinking the similar thing. There are people thinking the similar thing. But emergently, are you all just in the right track? Let's look at the world, how they think. Maybe you're being too extreme. Maybe you're suppression of free speech and suppression of everything because you have this warped reality is what is right and what is not. Maybe that's not right. Maybe what you think is right is overall probably like at the long term not a right thing. And maybe even if your core goal is right, the way you're doing it is not right, right? Like, you can achieve something the right way. You can achieve the same thing with the wrong way. Your goals were right, but the way you did it was wrong. And that's the whole problem here, isn't it? So all this, like he said, extreme left in America, just, oh, you can't say this. You can't even talk about this. No, there are fundamental tools of democracy that you can't put it aside, which these people are really forgetting, which is dangerous thing, man. So that's the problem. This is why a lot of people don't like asmongold, because even if we question something, okay, let's talk about this. Okay, what is this about? Is this right? Is this wrong? Let's rationally think about it. People are like, well, you're not in our camp. You're not thinking the way we are thinking. So just like, you're bad, completely bad, go away. Let's think about what asmongold is saying. Is he being rational? Okay, we don't agree with him, but let's just think about what he's trying to say here. Should we do that? No. Critical thinking, fuck that. He doesn't belong on our group, and we are right, so he clearly is a fascist. There you go. This is the problem in extreme left America right now. Bill, that said, Prime Minister of India has something to say. But yeah, it was just a speech like that. There's another speech he made after that at the base. This was not the base one. But he went to the base that they said like S-400 was struck and S-400 was in the background. Subliminal messages. Like, there's the S-400. What the fuck you talking about? He didn't talk about S-400, but the message was clear. Like, there's the S-400. Right? Which S-400 you struck? Right? S-400 is constantly on the move when he operates, right? He does something and then it moves. It does something and it's in the move. You can't just target S-400 that way. That is the whole point of it. It's a squadron with 15, 16 vehicle. What do you mean you hit S-400? You hit all 16 of them that spread around? What you talking about? Right, well, I'll see you next time.